Okay, so today we're going to try the first 5-minute WordPress and do it in 5 minutes. So it's the WordPress 5 installation. And WordPress is a blog system that will make a dynamic website that looks really cool and it works. Oh, I'm writing installation wrong. I think it might be wrong on that. But anyway, it's a blog system that allows you to make your own website with PHP, server-side scripting, a SQL database, and a interactive CMS system, which I'll show in other videos. But it's really cool, and I really recommend that you do try installing this and using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for WordPress. I'm going to go to wordpress.org. It's important to go to wordpress.org because that's the downloadable version. Click on download WordPress again, and here's another copy actually that's just going to download here. I might just open in the folder so I can see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this copy of WordPress. Actually, this one here is you can see it's a zip file or a RAR file that I can open. I'm going to drag this and I'm going to put it into my htdocs folder. That is the folder that we installed with XAMPP, XAMPP. It's a web server that I've got running here. You can actually see it running here. That I've got my Apache web server and my MySQL database server running. You might need to check out the other videos on what those are and what they're doing. But anyway, here we have our RAR file. I'm going to double click on that and unzip it. I'm using WinRAR, so you might have to get a copy of WinRAR or some other unzip utility. But I'm just going to extract it to a htdocs, and I want to change this to my first test website, or my dynamic website. Oh, website, there we go. So click OK there. It's now unzipping, and when it's unzipped, we should have my dynamic website with WordPress inside. In fact, I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to take all of these files and I'm going to put them in the folder above because we want it in this folder here, because otherwise it would be, when we go to our local host, which is XAMPP here, because XAMPP is running. If we go to localhost /my dynamic website, there we go. If we'd left it in the other folder, we would have to have typed /WordPress. I don't want that. I just want to have localhost /my dynamic website. And here we go. I've clicked on it, and we've come to the website that's been installed, but we haven't finished yet. There doesn't seem to be a wp config php file. We need this before we get started. So we'll try creating a configuration file. So it's saying we need the database information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my local host, my server control panel. I'm going to go to my PHP myadmin, and I'm going to go to my databases. I'm going to create a new database called I'll call it my dynamic website. Just my dynamic, because you can only have so many letters. I'm going to click create. So I created a database, and where is it now? My dynamic database here. I'm going to go for privileges here. I'm going to create a user. We're creating a database and then we're creating a user. So I'm going to add a new user. Username is going to be user1. Host is going to be localhost. Password is going to be a secret password. and another SQL password. And then we're going to go down here and say, for the database user, grant all privileges onto database MyDynam. And then at the bottom, this here is we don't want this because this is global privileges to be able to access all databases. We don't want that. So click Go. And there it says created a user, blah de blah, and so on. So let's go back to our WordPress installation and click Let's Go. And so database name, where's my database name? My database name is MyDynam. MyDynam. Username is user1. And then the database host is localhost. The password actually is password. I used a C password. And we've got all of that in. This is going to create tables with the WP in front of them. And once that's all done, then it will click Submit. Alright Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. Let's run the installation. So we want to call it My Dynamic Website. This is the name, the actual name of the website at the end. The username, I'm just going to, this is when I'm actually logging in at the end. I'll want admin, and I'll want a password. I'm just going to have password again. And then my email, which is lindsay@gmail.com. And then allow my site to appear in search engines like Google and Technorati. Yep, that's fine. So let's install WordPress. So now it's done, save password, and I can log in, and I've got admin, and my password is password. So let's log in there, and we can see we're logged into the dashboard, and we can actually see what the front of the website is looks like by going this one here. We go to localhost /my dynamic website, and that's what it looks like now. So you can see in 5 minutes, well, we're actually at 7 minutes 30 now, but I did spend a bit of time explaining and so on. We have a website that's dynamic and ready to go. There we go.